So guys, True Monarch here, and this is deck profile for first place locals Beirut, Lebanon. What's your name and what do you play?
My name is Peter Karam and I played ABC.
Okay.
Well, more of the field spell ABC.
I
So
see.
start off, let me get the main deck. 2 A's, 3 B's.
Why two though?
Well, I don't want to max out, to be honest. I'm playing too many combo pieces. And opening up too many of the either A or C kind of bricks. 3 is the best one because it searches. A is somewhat mediocre since just as back in the from the grave. It needs setup, which it's very bad in the beginning. C is by far the one which I could consider pushing up to 3. Yeah.
Okay, seems fair.
Then I play 2 gold, 2 silver. Well, it's not something people like to play often, but I like keeping my options open. I can make rank 4 plays. I can make for Baguska, for example, if I get countered with hand traps. Since hand traps, like a single hand trap can end an entire turn.
I see.
Then for the hand traps, I play 3 Veiler, 3 Ogre. Let's just say goodbye Electrum, and every single field spell in the entire game, including Diagram.
Rest in peace.
And I play 1 Dark Worm and 1 Destrudo. Opening up Dragon Ravine plus Dark Worm is almost guaranteed to set up a very good board. For the field spells, it's 3 Terraforming, 3 Dragon Ravines, 3 Hanger, and 1 Pseudo Space. Pseudo Space is generally in here so that when people ogre my Union Hanger for when I try to activate and equip from the deck, I can just generally equip this and copy Union Hanger from the grave so that I can get the equip once more. It just makes it more flexible and it sets up another Buster Dragon for next turn. You wouldn't want to summon 2 Buster Dragons turn 1 since it's like too much of a resource investment if your opponent tries to break it. But it just keeps it for next turn.
So about the 3 ravines.
Yes.
Did you ever draw into too many ravines?
This tournament, no. In all 5 rounds and 1 elimination round, never. And this was generally, I had 2 ravines before and 2 Desires. Desires was replaced with Skill Drain, which I'll get to now. But I had too many bad experiences with Desires, especially in a combo deck like this. I'd either banish the 1 Destrudo or the 1 Dark Worm. It was generally very bad, even though it was very good to have the extra discard for Twin Twister. Then this is an interesting deck I like to play is Emergency Teleport. This combos very well with Ghost Ogre, since it's another way to make a level 7 Synchro, which is either Black Rose or Ancient Fairy Dragon. Black Rose is mainly for going second, and this, in worst case scenario, I can set it and activate on my opponent's turn to summon Ghost Ogre in defense and try to destroy a field spell. It's just another layer of defense.
I see.
For back row removal, I play 2 Twisters. Generally, the deck dies to back row very badly. Plus discarding 2 guards like Destrudo or Darkworm has no cost whatsoever. It's just something I generally side out on the matchup that I'm going against.
I see.
Then for 1 house, I play 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn. Self-explanatory. This is for full any piece if you need it next to summon Buster Dragon. This is just fantastic. And every time it came up, I wanted to. Then for the traps, I play 1 Skill Drain, 3 Torrential Tributes, 1 Judgment, and Warning. This was previously 2 Solemn Strikes, but since I was expecting a lot to duel Dracos, Strike does nothing against Dracos. I needed something that can immediately out it. Plus, since I'm playing a Destrudo build, Destrudo has my life points, and playing too many strikes might hurt. You will always have half your life points, but you will not always have 1500 life points. So this actually came in much better than Strike. Solemn Warning was also as well. Torrential Tribute was the MVP of this entire tournament. Every single time I resolved it, my opponents cried.
The bitch is back at 3 now.
Yes, indeed. This is the biggest mistake they ever made, and it's my favorite. Skill Drain I was testing it this tournament. It came up in 2 games, and both games that I got this I actually won. It stalls out the opponent too much. It just works overall. And that's all for the main deck. It's 40 cards. For the extra deck, obviously 3 Dragon Busters for fusions. For the rank 4s, you have Baguska, Tornado Dragon, the Utopia package, and that's it for the XYZs. I contemplated playing Abyss Dweller, but to be honest, I had no space in the extra deck.
I see.
For the Synchros, Black Rose, and the best card in the entire deck. The reason this deck was made. For the links, there's plentiful. 2 Underclocks, very underrated card. I really like this card, especially not besides the point that it gives you an arrow downwards, unlike Proxy Dragon. It helps you get over bigger monsters.
Yeah.
There were blue eyes in the tournament, but I didn't get to match up against them. Then Link 2, this is one of my favorites as well. Against dinos, like true Lost World dinos, this would generally negate the Lost World and let me beat over other monsters in a simplified game. Then Decode Talker. I was playing 2, but it wasn't really coming up too much. If I'm summoning 2 Dryad Decode Talker, I should generally be winning, so I wouldn't summon it anymore.
Nice.
Then, one of my favorite cards in the deck. The reason I wanted to play it was it looks good. The second reason is it's the one card, Dragon Buster, assuming you have another piece in hand.
Okay.
For me, going second.
Not bad.
And Borrel,
Borrel.
the boss, the second boss of the box end of the deck. And for the side deck, we have one Dark Hole for mass removal, dinos, magicians when they set up their vortex, good bait. And in the mirror match, there was an invoked magician if it came up. Then the Kaiju package. 3 Kaijus, different names, a Slumber for 2, I'll get 2 pieces, and in the next turn I banish this to search the 3rd piece, so that I remove them entirely from the deck. Then for more hand traps, you have 3 Lanciers. Invoked, ABC, Dinos, is generally good against everyone, even light turn 60 cards. Then an extra Twin Twister in case I'm going up against more side, like back row removal. Then, this is my replacement for Designated Called by the Grave, it's called by now. Since we have a lot of cherries and everyone hates my ABCs. Then this is like a small deck. This was generally put for Masterpiece as well, since it gives me the ability to beat over Masterpiece. And if I use the gold gadget, it gives me 2 monsters on the field. So Masterpiece can only destroy 1 at a time. Then this is something I added last second. I wasn't going to play it. I sided it in once, I never got it. But by concept it's very good. And 1 DD Crow. This was the second DD Crow as well, because I thought this is too powerful of a card to use. And this, while it's very good, it's very situational.
However, the 1 DD Crow, did it come up? If you needed to side it in, did you draw it?
It did come up once. But I'll keep it, to be honest. In the last 2 tournaments as well, it has been very good. And that's it.
Okay, congratulations for winning first place. Tell us about your matchups before we end up.
They weren't too difficult at the beginning. In the beginning, I went against Dinos. It was Lost World Dinos as well.
No diagram?
He had a diagram, actually. It was 1 diagram, though. The second duel, it was 2-0 against the dinosaurs. In game 2, I went against a Link spam deck. Link spam deck, I went 2-1. I bricked in the game 1. I couldn't do anything, basically. I got OTK'd almost.
Link spam.
Link spam.
Could you explain further?
It's like starter deck cards, It was generally staples and more staples, like Torrential Tribute. I got in one of the duels, I got debarriered for fusions and Torrential Tributed at the exact same turn. So I'm like, oh, I can't make fusion monsters. I will try to make XYZ monsters, but it did not let me. I still won that duel, it didn't really matter. They were playing too many staples. They weren't progressing their own game. Third game, the same thing. It was a very similar deck. I 2-0'd them as well. So it's 2-0, 2-1, and 2-0. In the fourth game, I went against Draco. That was basically my scariest matchup. It's what I started in the most for, and what I mained a lot for. I 2-0'd them. It was the easiest game I played today, basically.
So it was the scariest, but the easiest.
The scariest, yes. I Ghost Ogred his diagram, turn 1, I ended this turn. He didn't have a lot of follow-up play. Turn 2, his Amano Iwato came in too late. I already set up my field. It didn't come up for him. And Kaiju's saved me. Like, Kaiju did his masterpiece, he couldn't do anything about it. Then game 5, I went against another Dinos. That was a better Dino save, to be honest. But I bricked like crazy. This has happened several times before, but I always brick in the finals. I lost the first duel. Second duel, we went into time and I won that duel. When it ended up in a tie, then time ran over. We got it 1 point each. Then, after all the points got gathered up, I was playing against Pendulums because we both had 13 points for elimination rounds to figure out who was going to be first and who was going to be second. I told him very easily. It wasn't even a matter of. Well, Ogre, ABC Buster Dragon. Turn 1 was...
You told him very easily.
Yes, very easily.
Hear that, Iron?
Well, Decode Talker, ABC Buster Dragon, Twin Twister, and Solemn Judgment on the field. He couldn't really do anything about it. I wasn't very good. In the last tournament we played, he won me. I wasn't very well versed in the matchup. This matchup,
I won him
knew
like
how to counter
17
them.
times. 17 previous times. It was just lucky this time.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ayman.
Yes.
Outside tourneys, it doesn't matter.
I don't even care.
Game
I
two,
won him like
it
17
was just
times.
I had my sidecars basically carried me. The guy just slumbered, wiped out his entire board, simplified the game state. Then I stalled some way. I managed to get the AC Buster Dragon on the field, twisted his scales, and then I just carried the game from there. He couldn't do anything about it.
Nice.
So for the shout out, I just want to shout out to Ramsey. He gave me the Boral load.
Thank you, Ramzi.
It was mainly there for style points. I never summoned it and it carried the game. I just summoned it for style points on the opponent. And that's it.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
ABCs
And
are still good.
congratulations again. ABCs are still good indeed.
Yes, field spell, traps, hand traps. The 10 trap build is very boring. It's very strong, it's very boring. I'll stick with this with every single time.
Nice.
Right?